And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Geese will go because his because he has a thing against the brigands here. He'll go after the pirates who won't attack you. Yeah, so because we have the same mutual goal in mind, Geese is like, you know what the hell? I must say, I do like Geese's design. He's got this very I don't know, he's got this very sailor kind of Sinbad look to him. If anyone's seen Margie, he's got this very kind of tough but also beautiful, like the way his hair's done, even the way he dresses. It's he's rough but classy at the same time. I like that. I like that. Also, to let people know, because we'll get Geese later on in B route, I'm completely skipping the recruitment and the conversation because they're exactly the same, so it's not worth seeing twice. It's the same way in the next chapter, because I'm showing chapter 10B next. In 11B, we get some other characters that we get in 10B, but I'm completely in 11A. Sorry, I'm completely skipping the dialogue and stuff because we've already seen it. There's no point seeing it twice. So Geese is on our side. I do think I use him once or twice in this chapter just to show him off, but I'm not using him in this playthrough. Sorry. This is a shame. Yeah, again, he's still a solid choice. I think I used to Steel Lance. I believe. That's a bad idea. That is a bad idea. I mean, if she landed, that'd be amazing, but if she missed, she'd be fucking dead. So, go with the safe option. I mean, I don't know if I'll hit. Oh, look at that. Go me. One thing I've noticed, and someone did bring this up, the steel weapons, not in just this game, in the GBA era, they're pretty bad. I think it's because, they weigh quite a bit, they're not that strong compared to the other ones. Go Lena. They're just, not the best choices, to be honest. That's why I prefer to stick to, Iron Blade, Iron Sword, obviously silver weapons, but I generally, unless I have to, I'm not a big fan of the steel weapons. Not even steel bow and steel axe. I prefer iron axe. In other Fire Emblem games, it's different. I've got no problem with the steel weapons of Awakening Fates and even Tellius era. Steel weapons are pretty good, especially the steel Great Lance. Oh, that thing is beautiful, and the steel pole axe. But in GBA era, not just Binding Blade, GBA as a whole, don't like the steel weapons. Do not like the steel weapons. Now we're just deciding who's going where. Yeah, we need to take out that archer because he's getting on our nerves. And Fur's gonna, because a lot of pirates are gonna respawn from that base on the other side. So Fur's just gonna stand there and be the tank. Because again, it's easy for her. As the one benefit, if there's a chapter of respawning units, if you've got a unit who's got advantage and needs leveling up, just plop them where they respawn and just watch your character grow. Oh, it's already level 15. It's actually it is quite cool to see how, how much these characters have leveled up despite, we're only at chapter 10. Because I'm at the point in the game chapter 18 where I think my units are a little too powerful. A lot of them are around level 5 promoted, and there aren't that many promoted units, promoted enemies to fight off against. So I might have overdone it. Mind you, this isn't what arena grind, this is just playing the game normally. I don't know, maybe I just got really lucky. The archer's no longer got ballista, so Shana can go in and do what she wants. But she's not strong enough, unfortunately. Hopefully, will Sue take him down or just... Oh yeah, Sue's gonna... Does she crit? No. Yeah, Sue was nice enough to let Shana have the free experience. Thank you, Sue. There are more respawning units later on, but they're nothing to worry about. The only thing to worry about really is the boss, which we'll talk a bit more about once we actually get closer. I can't remember, how long until Gonzalez shows up? I think it might be at the end of this turn, actually. Hey, +1 skill. I always get a little bit distraught when my unit only gets 1 level up. 2 I won't be too pissed off, but it's when it's just 1, I'm just seriously? What are you gonna do? RNG. It will either love you or hate you. Most of the time, hate you. Especially in this game. In terms of what's going on, if any of you wondering what's going on in the main channel, I've got the footage for the next video. But I'm also... Oh, there's Gonzalez. Yeah, Gonzalez is, he's basically, he's really ugly and terrifying, but he's got a heart of gold, and he is stupid, bless his soul. But again, he's a lovely person. He's a sweetheart. But I'm also now working on 20,000 subs special video. Yes, it's Fire Emblem based. It's 2 actually. That I'm working on the scripts for. Yeah, so I'm just working on the scripts at the moment. Then I'll get the footage and then start putting them together. Once I finish the next video, which is top 10 Overwatch heroes. Getting the footage for that was a lot of fun. I love having a capture card now. It's so useful. Ugh. And she's been poisoned. Hooray. Yeah, I think this is where Geese starts to fight because Thingy, I don't think she could take this down straight away. Yeah, poison. Takes a little bit of health each turn. Nothing detrimental, but you know, try not to get poisoned though, sometimes it can't be helped. So yeah, we just, if you don't talk to Gonzalez, with Lilina's the only one I can recruit him, I think. If you don't talk to him, he'll break down the village. He doesn't want to, but that's what he's been ordered to do. So we've got to convince him otherwise. They're just like, oh, if I was a marksman if I had point blank, I would totally kick your ass. Well, sorry, this isn't Fates. And you're not Takumi. And you're dead. Yeah, I just cut away because of it. I don't think I did much fight. Oh yeah, just talk here. Yeah, this also foreshadows to Gonzalez saying, you know, they're not all evil. You might, you know, find something else. So, yeah, I moved Lilina down there. I don't think anything else. Yeah. Just move there. Oh yeah, I just moved back. I didn't fight. I just moved back. And he's out. Just wanted to, you know, make it so that she could heal and not get attacked. Does Geese do anything? I really can't remember. Also, pirates have the ability to walk across water easily, so they are pretty good for traversing places. So if there's ever a map with like streams and stuff, feel free to just, you know, use your pirate. So anyway, we're going to talk to Gonzalez and we're going to recruit good old Gonzalez, my main axe user for this game and possibly the best in this game. Okay, so in terms of Gonzalez as a unit, very, very good HP, very good strength, really fast actually, not too great luck, bad skill, bad defense, shit resistance. Gonzalez hits hard, he hits fast, he's got a lot of HP, everything else, eh. The reason I say he's the best axe user for this game, well, I think he's the best axe user for this game. For one thing, he's the only brigand you get in the GBA series. The only one you will ever get. Like, in later games you can get pirates, you can get stuff like that. You can't get brigands, he's the only one. What makes him so good is, again, he's already really fast. Like, even right now, he'll already start doubling people, which is good. But when he becomes a brigand, he gets a skill boost to help make up for his lack of skill, and he crits a lot. So Gonzalez will just walk through pretty much anyone. I mean, granted, you know, his main weakness is people with long-range magic, or just like if he gets bombarded by magic users, then yeah, he'll have a problem. And even right now, he's not going to fight in this chapter because he's only got the Devil Axe. And I don't want to use that weapon because that can backfire and kill you. So next chapter though, we'll use him a lot more and you'll see just how good he is. Sorry, when I say next chapter, I mean chapter 11A. Yeah, chapter 11A, because I don't think I use him in B either. Oh, and the reason he's better in, you want to specifically use Gonzalez for the A route, not the B route, is because you get him both, but in the A route, he's level 5. In the B route, he's level 11, but his stats are exactly the same. So, at least I think they're the same. I'm pretty sure they are. So, you know, ideally, you'd want to... what was it? Ideally, you want to level him up as much as possible because, you know, it just makes sense. Level him up as much as you can, and, you know, he could become stronger. So in the A route, he'll be stronger. And would you look at that crit? I think I was going to soften up for the Gonzalez, but then she just crit him. Again, first getting a really nice workout. So yeah, Gonzalez starting out, he will have trouble. Very nice level ups. He will have trouble hitting units that are either neutral or have a weapon advantage. Like if they got a sword, he's got no chance. If they got an axe, maybe. If they got a lance, Gonzalez has a really good chance, and he will probably just outright kill them. I don't think does he land with this one? I don't think so. Lol, nope. And he is out. Do not mess with Sue. So yeah, Gonzalez, you want to use him against the people he has an advantage against. Don't put him against people he doesn't, otherwise he will suffer. Once he's a berserker though, just let him go nuts. He'll have a field day with everyone. But also, the two places Lance and Alan are standing, if you don't, if you move out of them, units will respawn. I'm staying on them so units don't respawn, because I'd rather not be distracted while trying to fight. Yeah, just let Fur take all the glory. Thankfully, she didn't get hurt again, because, you know, it's like she's a Myrmidon. But yeah, she's gaining so, like, that's the one thing I do love when you have a low-level unit. When they level up, they get, like, a good, massive chunk of experience points. Especially, in Path of Radiance, it's really nice when Astrid levels up. She gets, like, 70 experience points for killing someone and about, like, 20 or 30 for just fighting. It's so satisfying seeing your units level up so quickly. Especially when you get to a point in the game where it takes, like, they can barely nudge an inch. It's really, really satisfying. But, so as you can see, we're approaching the boss, and he is a sorcerer. Sorcerers are basically stronger versions of, you know, dark mages. Better stats. They can use staves this time so they can heal. I think in Sacred Stones, they could also use a neutral magic. So they had dark magic, neutral magic, and staves. They were pretty good in that game. I also think, I don't know in this game they can use neutral magic. I don't think they can. They might be able to, but I don't think so. I know they can in, like, Awakening and stuff. The Sorcerer class, while it's just a stronger version of the Dark Mage, at the same time, because, like, they get boosts to, like, their skill and their physical stats, which the Dark Mage has suffered from, they're a lot more balanced out, so they're not less likely to be, like, destroyed by other classes. So, you know, don't underestimate a Sorcerer. They're still really potent with magic attacks, and, you know, they're less likely to just get destroyed, so be careful with Sorcerers. You can still take them down just fine, but, again, you know, keep an eye out. And also, if you have one on your team, give them some really powerful tomes and they will wreck all kinds of shit. Sword Reaver. Basically, it's an axe that's super effective against swords. You know, it speaks for itself. I think now... Yeah, I think I cast Barrier on, I think it was like Sue or Sin, just let them fight the boss. That's another reason I use Barrier. It helps take down bosses, magic bosses a lot easier. Also, Dark Tomes have an advantage against normal Tomes, so Lena is at a disadvantage. But at the same time, she's so powerful that, and she's got good resistance that, you know, it's no biggie. I also found it odd that the same woman, the woman that we saw talking to Geese a moment ago, doesn't, like, I'm surprised, I thought it would be a cool attention to detail if she, like, I recognized and said something exclusive for him. But no, that's not the case. I thought it'd be cool, because you go back to the village as the same person. Ah, you can't win them all. Again, there's a point in Binding Blade where there'll always be a point of Binding Blade where someone just gets one. Everybody gets one. Literally, everybody gets one. I'm thinking, like, is it... Because I do plan to go back to Binding Blade, do a hard mode run. I will do that with all the Founding games. Except maybe Path of Radiance. I might start Path of Radiance on hard mode only because the final boss, you can only fight the true final boss if you play on hard mode. So I might start Path of Radiance on hard mode. Other games, you know, normal mode first, then I'll do like hard mode and all the like other like lunatic and randomized runs. But with Binding Blade, I'm thinking, if I do hard mode, do I want to put Fur on the team? Because one thing I do plan to do when I revisit Founding games is, for the most part, have completely different teams that I use, because it'd be kind of boring to see the same team over again that you've already seen like before. So I thought it would be interesting to, like, let's say we do hard mode, we use Marcus, we use like I'm trying to think, well, like we use who else is good? Like we use Dorothy maybe, we use Saul, we use the units that we didn't use this time around. I'm wondering, would it be worth using Fur? I mean, to be fair, in hard mode, sometimes you've just got to, like, these units can't be used. Like, as much as I like Wendy, I fucking using her in hard mode. You must be crazy. She can get insta-killed by by an archer in the moment she turns up, because, you know, her bases are so bad and hard mode is much harder. It's pretty hilarious. But, you know, when I do revisit Binding Blade and other Founding games, like, especially because I already decided for Hector hard mode, I'm using a completely different team to what I did for, like, just the normal Lynn Elwood mode. So we've got to contemplate, like, would it be worth using fur for a hard mode run? I imagine for a hard mode run of Binding Blade, it's going to be mostly pre-promotes because it's hard mode. Also, the ones that get hard mode bonuses, especially like Sin. So I'm just contemplating, is fur going to be worth using? Let me know, because I know a lot of you are like very knowledgeable about what units, especially in hard mode of Binding Blade, are useful. So crit away. Fuck you. So let me know. Is fur worth using? And also, are there any in particular like Fire Emblem units in hard mode that like are essential? Because while some of them are obviously useless, and I reckon you could make, like, if you try hard enough, you can make some of the less units still useful. Which ones are otherwise essential? Like, if you don't use this unit, you're fucked. I'm interested to know. Because I played through hard mode, but I just played through it, you know, just using whichever units I wanted to. And it was a struggle, but I did it. But I want to know, like, which one are, like, technically best people to use. Like, without question. But anyway, that looks to be the end of that chapter. So, just wrap things up and let Roy seize the throne. Overall, not a bad chapter. And we got Gonzalez, so I'm happy. And yeah, is this a chapter where we get... Yeah, this is also the chapter where we meet one of the... Like, basically... In A route and B route, you meet these two characters. The first one we're meeting is Layla. We meet her later in the B route, and you know, we'll meet I think it's Elfin in the B route first. So this is Layla, and she wants you to help out with like the resistance and stuff. She's a dancer. So yeah, we're gonna. I don't think we do we use her in the next chapter? Oh. And she's also she's very hands-on. Very touchy-feely. Oh god, I can imagine if this game, if they remade Binding Blade and had supports, like, I can imagine, like, everyone would be like, Layla is Roy's waifu because she's so hands-on with him. That should be interesting to see in cutscenes, like they did the 3DS style cutscenes. Yeah, she's the one you get first, she's a dancer, Elfin's a bard, they function the same. But yeah, they're there to like, they're helping out with the resistance and stuff. So it's up to Roy to save the day because, you know, he's got nothing better to do. I mean, back in like Lycia, like there's all these war meetings going on. I reckon Roy went here just because he was bored. It's like, you know what, there's nothing to do. I'm just going to fuck off the Western Isles. At least let me fight someone. And then when he comes back, everything's gone to shit. So yeah, it's just for context, like, you know, resistance is failing, you know, we're trying to fight back, we need help. Only Roy and his merry band of misfits can help, because most of them are a bunch of misfits. Kind of. Not much else to say, really. It's just, again, this part of the story is just kind of there. I mean, it does, in the end, it will amount to something, but compared to the rest of the game, this feels like it's just kind of like, it feels like the whole thing is like one giant guidance chapter. Yeah, that's what side chapters are called. Side chapters in Fire Emblem are known as guidance chapters. Why? I don't know. That's just how they are. Oh yeah, we get a new sword. Wyvern Slayer. Basically, super effective against dragons and wyverns. Save it for the dragons, you won't really need it for wyverns. If you want to take out a wyvern, use a magic user, an axe user, or a bow user. Dragon, then use the magic user or use a wyvern slayer. Very, very, very useful. Pretty cool weapon, again. One of those class killer weapons, so, you know. But anyway, that's the end of Chapter 10, Chapter 10A. I hope you all enjoyed this part. Again, sorry Olivia wasn't here, but hope, like, well, yeah, whenever she's got work to do, she's got work to do. But anyway, next time we're going to Chapter 10B, where we're going to meet a lot more new characters and run into some familiar faces again. But until then, I will see you next time. Laters.